Boy, howdy did I get a wake up. I said hi to her and checked her. And then as I turned a little bit, after I'd already looked over on the manure pile, there was something moving. It didn't take long to figure it out. It was a kitty cat. I wish she was a little calmer. She, whatever, I'm assuming it's a she. It's a more or less calico. Launched from about right there, hit right there, and hit clear out there. And I don't think touched the ground again until over there. I mean, usually it doesn't bother her when I sneak out here, but maybe she was asleep. I don't know. Nice night out. You can kind of see the star up there. Can't see the moon anywhere yet. And hey, if I mentioned, I do like this. There's a gal on TikTok, a rancher in North Dakota, that she does a question of the day thing every day. Somebody asked, hey, what's everybody use for lights? Well, she's got a fancy, sounds like she's got a couple of them, fancy DeWalt light. In a bunch of the comments, that's what a lot of people had. Well, I got this cheapie. It had 4 lights up. I had to charge it the other night. It was down to 1, so I figured I would. But anyway, I figured I'd bring out for a night check tonight. The thing I like about this is this light for seeing where you're going. And it can still be on when you turn this one on to see what's going on. So anyway, well, I ain't found any new calves yet. I'm beginning to wonder if they're gonna bother. Oh my God, the way the world is screwed up, maybe the cows decided they're not gonna do anything. I really don't know. I don't know how warm it got today, but it's 44 now. It was 80 in the trailer, and that was with the windows open when I went in. It's finally down to 68, so at least it cooled off enough to sleep. And it really doesn't even feel like it's quite 44. And then a vehicle goes by right after I talk about how I was enjoying the quiet out here. Hey, Mama. Hi, kid. Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt your dinner. Go back to eating. You go back to eating. There you go, buddy. Oh, yeah, I got stuff rearranged in here today, too. That's the full one. Lazy girls. Nobody doing nothing. Like kind of the same thing in here. I mean, I know she's not going to do nothing. She ain't got nothing in her. These others aren't doing anything either. I figured for sure that nasty weather we had. Now, she's getting pretty loose. Maybe starting to bag up. But it's a 2-year-old, so she can be loose for a couple weeks. There's only 3 long tails left in here, so that is what it is. And, well, that's enough for tonight, right? Let's see what it looks like in the morning. It's not showing up on the grass. It does show up on the roof of the house and on the pump house roof. Excuse me, weatherman lied. 43 degrees was supposed to be our low this morning. You're dyslexic, apparently. Not making fun of any of you folks that do see it backwards, but you guys get it right more often than the weatherman does. There's what I was looking for last night. Obviously, it was still hiding at the other end of the country. And I haven't found any new babies yet. She's the only one standing outside. And I don't see anything around her. So I'm going to go way off on a limb and say she doesn't have one. I don't even see any bubble gum starting to come out. So, yeah, anyway. This should be the last day of treating water troughs, too. And I don't see anything here. Didn't see anything in the cameras either before I came out. So, yeah. Just a bunch of cows want to look at me, and part of them going, well, when are you going to feed us? Well, I'm going to start back here since I'm back here. Start with the boys this morning. Just took some grain to those 2 cows, and the little ice man there was explaining to me that something was wrong. Well, he ran up to stick his head through thinking I had food. And I heard this metal and wood tink on concrete. Yeah. Those hooks. One hook was supposed to be hooked over this end of that bale, and the other hook was supposed to be hooked over the other end to keep it from flaking off. So I put them there. Ty will find them to put them back on later. And when we come over here, one flake. I'm guessing it just didn't hold, and it held at that end and not this end, and it launched it. It was both hooks pointed up, of course. So luckily nobody stepped on it. And then we got these brats. I mean, these nice young ladies here. What do we got over here this morning? That's what I thought. 6'11's who we're going to start with. Are you going to say good morning? Are you going to say good morning? No, but Hope will. She takes a bite out of me. Such a land shark you are. Yes, such a little land shark. And who else we got? 241. Huh. Yeah, 241. 122. Just not quite going to let me do it. Oh, then we got one that's going to have a yellow tag. Avoid at all costs, she says. All right, Sapphire, how about you? Would you like some breakfast this morning, sweetheart? Do you want some breakfast? I'm not offering you my hand to eat. I'll feed you some grain, though. We got the Frady cats in the back row today. 6:18. She hasn't been to the front row for quite a while. I think that's 324A, big girl's kid, I think. Yeah, reading tags at 20 feet in this barn. Well, reading tags, period. At least these tags usually aren't wore out by the time they get cut out. But the cow tags, half of them you can't read. I don't know how many replace every single year. But that's another story. Get done with this, then all I got is another couple, 3 buckets to pour. Then I'm done. I go find a worm spot. Oh, looky there. Poor boy.
We're a little late this morning.
Late enough, in case you can't hear it, the stuff on the roof's melting off and dripping down. Certain places in the barn it's raining.
My boy. That's my boy.
That's what happens when it condensation freezes up in here and dew freezes on the roof.
That nose. Let me get that nose. Let me get that nose.
Gonna be a handful in another couple weeks. Oh, well. And I don't think she cleaned yet. So that's just another thing we gotta do today. And they ate quite a bit of hay, able to eat it and shoving it down the feeder since I fed.
Stupid nipple that we have issues with because you're not getting much food.
I was gonna say,
Oh,
It's probably the vent.
no, the vent has been spewing out everywhere.
Oh.
Put your camera away.
Yeah, put the camera away so I can get it out.
Hurry up.
That's better. Now you can almost see it going down. What they do on the end of those nipples is they just cut across in the end. But they don't always make them big enough to let anything out. I mean, it used to be nipples weren't bad until you had a calf that was just too big, and they'd collapse the bottle because the nose would plug the vent, and the thing didn't get enough air in or get enough.
You gonna drink that,
liquid
Rainy?
out.
Rainy, you get the phone.
Clean up on the aisle.
Clean up on aisle one.
Oh, anyway, now he's getting more instead of just foaming up.
Such a good.
Hey, not the mama. She'll be a mama eventually. Ty didn't finish getting straw in there. We did the calf pen in here a little different than we usually do. Usually we put a border cross there with a hot wire on it. Let the calves have that. Open the little gate, put a border cross there. Calves have already been in there. So these three, they're the ones that haven't calved yet. And her tail's been going like that for the last 2 months. So, all we got over here is mamas and babies. Make it a little nicer. And I don't see any new babies. Anyway. Oh, and look, Ty brought a friend.
Nah, bitch, we sisters.
Hang on, I got.
Yeah, we sisters, man.
She went to school with Brooke to be a diesel mechanic, so now she works for Penske.
Yes.
And then they're contracted to TriMet, which is the...
Her daughter's Callie, my mini.
Yeah, y'all have met Callie. I think she's been in a video here, too.
We hear you, Bubba. We're coming.
So, anyway, she's going to go over there and feed Iceman. And got the sprayer on Becky's bike, so going to go do a little bit of spraying with it today while Becky does some with her backpack sprayer. And see if we can get rid of some of the green that's growing where it doesn't belong. Like, everything over there is green. Everything under there is green. Yeah, and that's the parts that aren't so green. Uh-oh. That was a killdeer nest. Haven't been down here for a couple of days. I know they didn't hatch yet, but there's a little broken piece there, a little broken piece there, a little one there. So something got to them. Could have been anything. Coyote, possum, raccoon. I don't think the kitty cat would go after the nest, but lots of other things around here would. So I guess we won't see any chicks for a while. I'm sure they'll come lay another set here in another month or so.
Because the fucking locked the goddamn pitchfork.
She's talking about Sapphire over there
I
on her
walked her
knees to get into the feeder. So guess what we've been doing? She's got a thermometer in her hand too, and 2 syringes, because she just got what she could get loose out of her and got packed.
10 inches.
And I had my hand on her back going, God, she feels kind of warm. So 103 what, Ty? 103.7 temp on her. So that might be why she's been kind of a, yeah. Where are you going to let him walk to, dork?
I'd like. Comes out. It's not like he's gonna go anywhere.
He's in my way. Anyway, so it happens. Glad we caught it. Still got to fill it up tonight. So she just got hammered. Gonna guess maybe she had a rip. Possibly. Could be weather change and she's got pneumonia started. I don't know. But that's taken care of for now. Last day of doing this. Everybody's fed. Let's see if I can see Becky over there. She's loving on Mini Moo, or was. Standing there so this other cow won't go in. She's working her way to feed the back barn. This one should fill quicker than the cow's trough. This one had about 75 gallons to go in it. The cow's trough had about 200. Of course, it's got more hoses in it. And then the last one I got to do is for the steers and the bulls. Then we're done with this. Maybe, no, I guess it ain't going to happen tomorrow. Ty decided she's not going to show up for work tomorrow, so yeah, at least she gets a day off once in a while, right? And we still got the same little one hiding in this pen. As long as he remembers that's where he goes in and out. So, beautiful day. Becky got, let's see, 2 or 3 backpack sprayers full she did around the yard. She tells me where she stops, but it's like, God, whatever. I mean, she's the one doing it. And I did the neighbor's fences. I got lucky. Guy that works for the guy that farms across the road from us, he stopped by and he sprayed the gal's driveway for her, so I didn't have to do that. Just had to go in and do around the hayfield. Get rid of the frickin' weeds that are growing on the edge, so we don't have to worry about that. And God knows what tomorrow's going to bring. But when we get done here, Becky and I are both going to get cleaned up. See what Mom wants from Chinese food joint. And we're going to eat Chinese for dinner. That might be our Easter dinner a day early. Who knows? I don't think we have anything else going on. So. Anyway, hope you all had a great Saturday. Hope everybody has a great Easter. And remember what it's about. Too many people forget what everything's about. And God only knows, Ty swears that that one's going to be next. But I wonder about that one because she set it up pretty damn good. And then got the cows. I mean, they keep getting more udder and more udder and ain't doing nothing. So, thanks for watching. Good. Hey, hit the old thumbs up. Appreciate that. And if you haven't subscribed, I'd appreciate it. Every little bit helps. I hate begging for subs, but it seems to be the one thing that keeps YouTube from taking them away. They're probably still taking them away. It's just that I probably get 2 or 3 every day, and it shows up 1 every week that I get. Who knows? Anyway, thanks for watching.
Nug Nug.
Look how freaking long he is. He's just gonna
What are you doing?
believe it. He's gonna be here.
Say hi. Say hi.
6'11", so. And I have a